All right. Today, drama. You said you had experience actually happened today about drama. Let's hear it.
Well, my experience today has nothing to do with drama. It's just fucking funny.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So I went to this nondescript gas station down the road from here, and I go get my food and all that. I'm leaving, and I'm trying to back out. And there's this chick parked next to me, and she walks up to her truck, and I'm waiting. You do the thing where you wait for somebody's getting in the vehicle that's next to you. So I'm just waiting before I back out. But she's taking forever. She had to be like 19, 20. I was just like,
get the fuck out.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's what it was. So she finally gets in the truck, and I immediately start backing up. And I'm backing up, looking for cars. Then out of nowhere, my rear view mirror.
Oh, God.
Out of nowhere. I literally thought I about killed a woman.
Oh, shit.
But, and mind you, I'm a hefty man myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I didn't hit her, not for her sake, but it would have totaled my car.
Oh,
Like, she was...
She's a bigger woman.
Oh, dude. That is an understatement. So...
like, everyone's gonna think we're weightists. Mind you, that we're both hefty dudes.
I'm like 250 pounds shy of 250. So, but no, she was huge. But the thing is, so I'm backing up. This is my thought process. I could be wrong. You tell me. I'm backing up. I'm looking for cars, and she has the audacity to look at me like I'm in the wrong. But if you see a car backing up, are you just gonna keep walking to it?
No, you curb it.
Yeah, she did not curb it.
She was waiting for you to hit her, so she could try to sue you.
That's what I was thinking.
She could fall down, push her life alert. Help! I can't get up because I'm too fat.
And life alerts.
Life alerts.
That's not a disability. You just eat too much.
We're sending the helicopter, man. Just fucking little life alert
with this little Shamu fucking harness.
See, when you were telling the story, I thought you were gonna say that girl came back or something. The 19-year-old. I thought you were gonna be like, oh my god.
No, that was just the first little speed bump I encountered. The next one was more like a mountain.
Dude, that undescriptive gas station that's right down the road, fucking terrible, dude. People don't know how to drive.
No, man.
But like you put yourself in a gas station parking lot, everyone loses their shit. Yeah. They're like, oh my god, that Spart's open. I need to get there now. I'm gonna run over grannies.
What gets me is that place has a huge parking lot. It is a big gas station, and it's always packed.
I know. It's because it's fucking contractors.
And it never works right for a parking lot. It doesn't know how to be a parking lot.
No, you got the people walking who are trying to get hit, collect insurance, like you just said. Then you got people just driving around in their cars, just like jackasses, and trying to get out.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna be late to work, but I need to go pick up a burrito from this gas station. But I'm gonna be late to work, so get the fuck out of the way. If you have time to stop for a burrito, you're obviously not late for work, or you have your priorities fucking wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love food, and I want to pick up a burrito before work too.
But you wake up a little bit earlier, leave the house a little bit earlier, and get your fucking burrito.
You're responsible enough.
Yeah, not here.
Yeah, no, I don't think at this point in time and for the human race, man.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, I don't know. Right on.
I mean, fucking fat bitch.
Fat bitches.
That's what she was. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that.
Hate us if you want. I mean, but like we said, we're pretty big dudes. So I mean, we're not being weightists, I guess.
No,
we're in the right.
We're just pissed.
We're just you. I'm just hearing about it.
You're pissed empathetically.
Yeah, I feel for you. I wouldn't want to hit a shadow either,
dude. And like she was like walking away, trying to strut her stuff like she was right. I was like, stop strutting, just walk.
Just imagine, just like like real slow,
that's what it was. She was like every movement of hers was deliberate.
If you think of Ghostbusters,
but no, it was like, have you seen that anime Akira?
No.
Okay, well at the end of that movie, there's like this He turns into a monster. It's just this giant blob that eats Tokyo or whatever that. And that paled in comparison, man. That's all I could think of. Though. That's the image that was conjured in my head because of her strut.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, sure.
That's a
powerful strut.
That's a strut, dude. That's a pretty good strut.
Maybe I'm not mad anymore. I'm impressed.
Now you're just gonna go find her. Like, I need to find you. We connected on a deep
Will you
level.
sign my copy of Akira, please?
I didn't know you were American.
I've never met a celebrity before.
That's so fucked up. Oh, shit. We're so fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Fucking hell.
So, drama.
So, I'm thinking, man, maybe Friends with Benefits is talk about, hit that for a little bit. I mean, we've been kind of dealing with that.
I mean, everyone's had a little drama with FWBs.
Yeah, but the issue is we've been dealing with it and we weren't even getting it. We were just the sideline. We were just
I'm glad we were just the friends.
Oh, well, yeah, no shit. I don't want to be a part of that. Yeah. So our friend Charles, quote unquote, using some fake names to hide some identities, was dating this chick Mandy. Once again, hiding identity. Not attractive. Cool personality, but until I heard the issues with her.
I wouldn't even say cool personality, just manageable.
All right person, I guess. Yeah, she's all right. I mean, I thought she was kind of cool, but until I heard what was actually happening, what was going on. So,
right.
Popping up out of nowhere. See, that's all I knew is, she'd pop up unannounced. But when when Charles was there. But it turned out she was popping up when Charles wasn't even there.
Yeah.
And then so Charles has some roommates. We're not even going to mention names for them. And so she would pop up unannounced when he's not even there and just sit there while the other three guys are just conversating and just stare at them.
Yeah. The worst part was I actually witnessed this.
I didn't.
So yeah, dude, like we'll just be like sitting out back in the backyard having cigarettes, and we'll hear like little footsteps come around the corner, and we're like, who the fuck is that? And it's her. Yeah. But what makes it the worst, just the worst thing imaginable for me at least, is she would run out of breath standing. So we'd be sitting there talking, there'd be like a gap of silence, and you just hear
Today's podcast is about drama / stay in shape. Go do some cardio. Yeah, here I am saying drinking a beer.
But it's a good one.
I mean, it is good beer.
It's a healthy one, too.
I hope so.
That's what doctors say. I read that online.
It must be true.
It was clickbait.
Yeah, go drink this beer. Since we're not getting
paid for by Guinness.
I was about to say, since we're not getting endorsements, we're not going to say it. But hey, if you're listening, Guinness, we could use some money. Just saying.
Anybody. Use money.
Join our Facebook, and then we'll create a messenger, and we'll just send you requests. Like, hey, I could use $350. Send me some $350.
If everyone listening to this could just send us $350,
we'd be good.
We'd be all right. I'm not gonna complain. Really, if you just want to send us $50, like not $50, but like 50 cents,
that'd be cool.
I'd be down. Yeah. Even in the mail, snail mail, two quarters, boom.
2 quarters, boom, and we divvy it up, 25 cents each. We'll get some gum, dude.
It's an easy split. It's 50-50 split.
Yeah, literally. But I mean, back onto Charles and Mandy. So yeah, see, I didn't know that, and the thing, and I felt really deeply disturbed by it once I heard about it. The fact that she would just sit there and not put in any conversation. She wouldn't conversate. She'd just sit there and smoke with you guys and just stare at you.
Stare at us.
And then every 2 minutes or whatever you said. But so, we were talking about it. We're telling our friend, hey, this isn't working out. She's being creepy. She's kind of harassing my girlfriend and her friend, with some weirdness on social media. And so, you heard about it. And he's like, oh man, well, I got to do something about it. And so we're sitting there for maybe an hour straight talking shit about her. Then we migrate outside. And then as we're talking shit about her, we start hearing little footsteps yet again. Just leaves rustling, and we all just shut up. We're like, and, of course, the thought that goes through your mind is, holy shit, it's her. I mean, she shows up unannounced all the damn time.
It was you when we were talking normal volume, but when we heard those footsteps, you could hear a pin drop.
Or 50
It
cents.
was heart stopping. Or 50 cents, yes. But it was heart stopping. Like, I was just like, like, I tried to maneuver my eyes to see behind me. Like without moving my head. Yeah, just like, and then, lo and behold, around the corner,
it's a fucking electrical worker.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, can I get up that pole back there? We're like, yeah, dude, go for it, man. And so, like a couple seconds of him walking into the yard, we all just bust out with a sigh of relief and laughter.
The thing is, it was only a couple seconds, but it felt like
an eternity.
An eternity from the first footstep to, hey.
Can I get up your pole? I want to ride your pole.
What kind of utility worker are you?
Like, nah, man, you can't be riding poles back here. That's the issue that's going on right now. Is friends with benefits and riding poles.
What if Charles was like, you know what, man, it's better than what I got now?
Probably. I would have taken that over, man. Anything.
I know, right?
I mean, but shit, dude. I mean, see, that's the issue. I feel like finding someone that you can actually have friends with benefits is like finding a unicorn. Where you catch no feelings, nothing goes wrong, as you guys just meet up and like, hey, this is cool, let's hang out, then let's just shag afterwards, and that's it. I'm not going to catch feelings, I'm not going to go harass your friends and bullshit.
No, yeah, I do think that's impossible, because eventually that will happen. If there's anyone listening to this that says bullshit, I'm in a situation like that, just give it another month.
Yeah.
Yep. Because you're either gonna start getting harassed by whoever you're friends with benefits with, or you're gonna be the one doing the creeping. And 9 times out of 10, the person that starts creeping in one of those situations doesn't even realize they're the creeper.
Oh, dude,
you know what I mean?
I mean, no, I've never had friends with benefits. I've never been in that situation.
Really?
I've never been blessed. I guess if you want to think of it as a blessing.
Well, I mean, it's alright for a little bit, but then it gets weird.
I'd imagine so, and I guess that's probably another reason why I've never done it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't call you lucky, but you're not unlucky. I don't know.
I'm something.
But
I'm just on the sidelines watching everybody else.
You're just watching a very shitty game that's really cool. It's like NASCAR. It's really cool in the beginning, and then you get to the middle of the race.
You just realize everyone's just fucking going left, and that's it.
But then at the end of the race, it gets really cool because there's wrecks and everything.
And you're like, oh my god, that dude's on fire!
Yeah, just like Friends with Benefits. It's really fun, then it gets boring.
Then it catches on fire.
The drama. It catches on fire.
Combustion.
All the wrecks.
Boom.
Cars flying. Babies are on fire.
Just raiding babies.
I've had some weird relationships.
You fucking tell shit. Sounds like you're dating Satan.
You weren't there.
No, dude, we just discussed. I'm on the sidelines watching.
Oh, yeah.
I was there.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Little did you know.
Oh, man.
Too good. But now, workplace drama, man. It's, in my opinion, it's getting pretty intense. You know, and
what's dumb about it is it's not even necessary.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you go to a place.
It's like, I'm sure everyone can relate, where it's like, you have a job that, sure, it might be physically hard, but mentally it is not taxing at all.
Yeah.
But there's certain people there that make it mentally taxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. And, you know, what I'm getting paid to do it doesn't justify it, you know?
Oh, yeah,
I mean, if I was getting paid like 6 figures, then sure, I'd be like, cool, I could do it.
Dude, if I was getting paid
like
5 figures, like a good 5 figures.
Yeah, I guess so. Respectable.
Yeah, if I was making $30K or more a year,
I guess it'd be
I would take it. I would take the pounding, the mental butt pounding.
The mental butt pounding.
Like a can of Spam.
Well, you're gonna try to ruin Spam for me, man.
I don't know. It's just whenever I think of
butt pounding, mental butt pounding.
Well, no, it's just like you think of 2 slabs of meat slapping into each other. You think of Spam just jiggling.
Well, now I do.
smelling good.
I don't know if I'll be able to ever eat spam again. I'm just gonna slop it on my fucking,
And just
frying pan. Just think of just ass beats. And
just
mental butt
two
poundings.
ass cheeks just slapping together.
It'd be like twerking on like my frying pan while I'm, cooking.
I'm actually starting to like spam now.
I've got an awkward boner at this point thinking about spam.
That's the most awkward boner. You just go to the grocery mart and look at the spam section and just get a proper fucking boner.
No, dude. I hate getting random boners. Like, now that we're on boners, let's just change subject. We'll get back to the workplace drama because, it's a pretty good Bible. But I'm a man who likes to free ball about, 99% of the time.
I'm a 100%er.
On occasions, I find myself wearing some just... I have a good story for that.
The last time I wore underwear was to my grandmother's funeral.
Well, dude, you gotta be formal.
Yeah.
You weren't pissed, I don't piss at anybody
They
else.
were black and white. Very formal.
Dude. Well, I got a story as to why at least I wear underwear at least 1%.
All right, what's the 1%?
Okay. So, I was working. I was doing cement testing.
You got cement on your junk.
No, I would have preferred that.
Oh, shit.
But that probably would have burned. But anyway, so we would fill up our wheelbarrows, take it back to a spot, do our little slump test. Put in a cone, stab it so many times, yada yada, see how much it falls. And so we're out at some chemical plant. We're doing it, and there's no ramp for us to be able to take our wheelbarrow up, fill it up, and bring it down. So we just put our wheelbarrow up, and it's like a good maybe like 2 feet high or so. So you put the wheelbarrow up, no problem, empty. Coming down, a wheelbarrow full of cement, fucking heavy. So, I'm grabbing the cement, or the wheelbarrow, squatting down. And as I'm squatting down, just rip.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I wasn't wearing any underwear that day. But, so the rip was literally from, my belt loop all the way down to my inner thigh.
That is amazing.
And, just cheeks. Just my cheeks were out. And I was looking around, as soon as I freaked out, and just, looking around, I was like, oh my God, did anyone see? I'm freaking out. But at the same time, it was also really cold that day. So my cheeks were cold, and as a man, my junk's getting cold too, and I didn't like that. And so I'm walking around freaking out, kind of tucking in my pants, sort of between my cheeks to try to keep them. And then I was just and it's fucking cold, but I had a jacket on. I was like, man, dude, I guess I gotta sacrifice, warmth to not just show everybody my ass cheeks. So I take off my jacket, tie it around my waist, most people did to cover my ass cheeks. And so I go to my coworker, and I'm like, hey, man. So something happened. He's like, what's up? I was like, so my pants just ripped. He's like, oh, dude, that sucks. I was like, yeah. I'm not wearing any underwear. He's like, oh. I was like, yeah. And he's like, that really sucks. I was like, yeah, dude. He's like, and I was like, dude, so you mind taking me to the gate or something so I can go home and change? And he's like, oh, man, we got a job to do. And I'm like, well,
serious?
Yeah. And I was just like, well, granted, this was later in the day. Maybe I had 2 hours left or something to work. Yeah, but still, fucking freezing my cheeks off. And I took my jacket off and I'm cold. And so I'm like, all right, man. And so we're driving around. He's telling me he had the same incident too, a bunch of times. And then I was just like, God dang. I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear drawers. And then so my last job as an electrician, same shit happened. But this time in the front.
And you had drawers though.
And I had drawers this time. I made sure but this time it was in the front. So if I wasn't, everyone just,
as the fates would have it.
Yeah.
Luckily, you ripped your pants before.
Yeah. Otherwise, everyone would have been seeing my Peter, walking around. Just walking around,
They would have been seeing your Charles, man.
Yeah, they would have been my Charles. So that's an eye-opening experience. You're like, well shit.
You see, it's funny because I worked a lot in a nondescript state. Are we allowed to use state names? I don't know. I don't want to get sued by a government.
Yeah.
Florida. I worked a lot in Florida.
You just say Flo Rida.
Yeah, no, it's a rapper. We can't use that.
Well, let me stop you there for a second. It took me years to realize
Flo Rida, if you want to give us money.
It took me years to realize that Flo Rida was Florida, and I never even saw fucking Florida. I feel kind of retarded for admitting that, but it took me years to realize that Flo Rida was Florida, and the fucking state was in the end. But back to what you were saying, because that's gold.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, no, man. So I did a lot of work in Florida, and it's funny because you talk about how you were self-conscious about it, but I never wear underwear. I haven't worn underwear since I was 20, excluding my grandmother's funeral.
Dude, I don't believe
And it's like once a week, I would rip my pants. I'm talking bad, like blowout, just unusable. You know what I mean?
You spin out while you're standing in your pants, rip below.
Yeah, I'm doing donuts, flipping. There's a
Fucking
rat.
denims flying everywhere.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking atrocious. Not wearing any underwear, but I would just deal with it.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
And I lived 18 miles away from work. I couldn't just run home and change and
yeah,
come
fair
back.
enough, dude. I mean, yeah, I mean,
I just had to fucking make do, like improvise, find something.
for our female listeners, I don't know if females, free ball or whatever they free clam it or whatever you
Dude,
want to call it.
100%.
Okay, I mean, I
Not
don't know.
all of them,
Okay,
obviously.
I mean, well,
but
same with dudes, not all dudes, but I just don't know. I've never really asked a female like, hey, do you just not wear underwear? Like, how does it feel better?
I'm very sure more women wear underwear than men free ball.
Oh, I guarantee it. But I'm just saying, I've never really thought about it, until now at this point. There's the dog.
There's the dog.
But,
But no, I guarantee you the percentage of male free ballers is way greater than the percentage of female free clammers.
I'd imagine it's at least more than double. More than double.
We need to
we
need to pump these numbers up.
Yeah, go in the comment section and let us know. Like if if you're a dude, let us know if you're free ball or not. If you're a chick, definitely let us know. I want to see the ratio.
Yes,
I want to find out. But
this is very riveting. And we will find out on our next episode of the next podcast we do who free balls more, men or women.
Yeah. Or at some point in time.
Yeah, we'll find that out.
And then, but no, I mean, as a man, I love it. It feels good, I'm especially when I'm doing hard labor, moving around. I don't.
Oh yeah.
I feel so much more comfortable. I feel much more alive. I feel like what, dude? I feel free. Hence the term free ball.
Yeah.
I feel free, like fuck it. This is what the forefathers wanted. Not the right to bear arms and bullshit. They wanted the right to free ball.
Everyone forgot about the Third Amendment.
Free ball. That's how we defeated the British. We went in with like our balls and dick in our hand, and the British just freaked out. They were just like, oh my god, what are these guys doing?
Well, it was Victorian era. I'm sure anyone freaked out. No, actually, back then people were freaks compared to today. Compared to today, people were freaky back then.
I can see it. I mean, personally, I don't know.
All right, so historically speaking, like Christmas celebrations back in the 1700s were off the chain. They were off the chain. Our founding fathers, this is documented. Our founding fathers used to go around in like George Washington, Benjamin Franklin. They used to get shit faced. Just fucking plastered. And they'd go around to other people's houses, like, they'd throw rocks at people's windows and run off. Just be fucking hooligans. They would vandalize the entire city because it was Christmas. It's what the American colonists did. It's what the British people did.
It's what the American dream was about.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, maybe we should stop partying like it's 1999 or whatever year they want to party. Maybe party like it's the 1700s. Fuck it.
I mean, yeah.
Right, if you're listening, just go take a rock and just throw it at someone's house.
Next Christmas, when you go caroling, don't sing. When they open the door, you pelt them with rocks and run away.
Just saying, we're also not liable for any rocks that you throw at people and get sued.
Yeah.
We have the Texas Hammer on our side. Endorsement, I hope.
If people listen to us and practice what we preach, they deserve
you're on
what's
your own.
Coming to them.
Yeah, you're on your own at the point. All right, so I think we should get back to workplace drama.
Oh
because,
yeah,
honestly,
we're talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of went off into some random ass bullshit, but that's what this podcast is all about. It's what we call Riff Cast. But so I mean, honestly, dude, that's kind of I kind of dread going into work just for that moment. Like, I mean, honestly, going to work, like working there is pretty cool because we work together.
Yeah.
Little did you guys know. And that's what makes it great. Working together makes time fly by so quick. 8 hours is just like, bam, like a snap. But, when you pepper in that bullshit.
It makes it last longer.
Yeah, and it just.
Well, I was where you were at last week. But now I'm at the point where whenever people want to start throwing hissy fits over bullshit, or there's the podcast telephone.
Yeah.
Hard at work over here.
Yeah. They're talking about free balling right now.
Yeah, people are calling in right now with their answers to the poll. But no, it's like all like people that throw their hissy fits. Mainly that one. That's a pet peeve of mine.
Oh no, I agree.
And just bad management in general.
Oh,
And lazy people. I'm at the point now where I'm just literally yelling at people. Like, hey, stop complaining. You get up and work. You leave me better.
right. No, I think if everyone would to go in with work with like a good attitude versus thinking, oh man, I've got to go into work. This sucks. I have to work.
Right.
Boo hoo, poor me. I have to work.
Yeah,
like if everyone were to go in with a good attitude, that's what I'm talking about. No, but if everyone would go in with a good attitude, I think they would realize how much work the work environment would probably be like 10 times better.
Oh yeah.
And you wouldn't have like, oh, I'm a little bitch, I have a mangina, wah, and whatever else. But I think just going in and realizing that you have to work, do your work, but realize that you can pepper in some little bit of goof off time. And if everyone would understand, if everyone would understand,
the thing is, you could work while you're goofing off.
I mean, we do it all the time. Yeah. We're probably like, not the best, but we're definitely up there. I'd say
we're a good 50-50 goofer worker.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like employees, like maybe like
we're the best.
We're probably
we're the best.
Like it's not employee of the month, it's employees of the month now because we're always tied. Yeah. We're gonna have to submit that to HR.
Yep.
Well, she's slurping me up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. So let's talk about that. So I go in for my interview, yada yada. They pass me, and they're like, "All right, so we'll get with you in a couple of days to do your drug test." So I'm like, "All right." So I go in, do my drug test, and their drug test is a swab on a stick that you stick between your gum on your teeth, and then the lip of your lip. Mm-hmm. And so I'm sitting there, getting fucking drug tested, swab, whatever.
Swab.
And so and I'm talking to the HR lady at the same time. I'm having a hard time talking because I got a stick in my mouth. And then so I'm also getting cotton mouth because it's soaking up all the spit, doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I take it out and I tell her, I'm like, God, I was like, my mouth is really dry. And she sits there and looks at me like dead in the eye. She's like, well, yeah, because I just slurped you all up. And at that moment, I'm like, oh shit! Like it took every fiber of my being to not just break out laughing. I mean, I was just like, like for real. She's the HR lady. Like, should I have just walked out the door, come back, knock on the door, come back in, and just be like, so I have a complaint. I was just sexually harassed. I was told by you getting slurped up. But she said it, and I don't know if she realized what she said.
I'm sure she did.
If she did, then she kind of played it off sort of decent. I mean, she's awkward to begin with because she's new manager. She's new
at HR.
Yeah, or whatever.
So what I think is funny is that was literally like her first or second day.
And already having sexual harassment.
Already sexually harassing people. And she's the person that's meant to stop that stuff.
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
You didn't have to live long enough. You came out the villain.
You're just like, I'm gonna slurp you up, big boy.
That's how it happened.
But no, the funny
thing, I was there for that though.
Oh, dude. Oh no, it'd have been.
I'd love to see her slurp you up.
It would have been exponentially worse if you were there, because I would not have been able to hold myself back, and then
I would have laughed immediately. I just went,
just like that.
Yep. I would have let out a little fucking.
Well, the funny thing is
forgive the noise.
Oh yeah.
That's another
popping a cold one.
Cold one.
That's right. Right. But no, so I was telling him about this like the week after, like a few days or however long it was. Because I mean it's an experience you got to share with people. But as I'm telling him, my girlfriend walks in, and all she catches is she said she slurped me all up, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Whoa!"
Talking about worst timing possible.
Yeah, no shit. And I was like, "Okay, well, let me explain." And so he told her. She's just like, "Oh."
No, I'll tell you who has the worst timing possible. The fucking beluga whale that was trying to walk behind my car at the gas station. I'm sorry.
Akira?
Yeah, Akira. I'm still pissed about that, dude.
I mean,
just the way she looked at me is what got me. I wouldn't have cared otherwise.
She's just trying to collect that money, man. She just doesn't want to work.
There's easier ways to collect money than being obese trying to get hit by cars.
Maybe that's why she became obese, is so she could get hit by cars, and she used that to her advantage. I fell down.
No, the court. All right, man. So let's lay it on. Let's be honest, right quick. She's they wouldn't believe her. Gosh, she's fat.
Well, okay, this just in. If you're fat, you lied. You heard it here, folks.
You heard it
here
here
first.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. If you're fat, you lie. Well, shit, I guess every word that comes out of my mouth is a lie. How can I believe you now that this situation actually happened then? Are you fucking lying to me? Are you trying to collect a paycheck?
You know, I'm gonna get liposuction just so I can go be a professor.
The correlation between obesity and lying. It's there. The truth is out there. This is what X-Files needed to be about.
I want to believe. Yeah, it should be about lying fat people. Mulder's standing in his office, and Scully's like, "So what case are we going to work on next?" And he's like, "There's been reports of a small town in Utah with fat people telling the truth. We're going to go see if it's true."
No joke.
Oh, Mulder, you know fat people lie.
Mulder, yeah, whatever the hell the name of the actor dude is, we should get him on this
David
podcast.
Duchovny. I'd love to have David Duchovny.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I'm trouble. Hence, calling
Dude, it's the double D.
The double D.
I mean, David Duchovny. He was really good. A movie not a lot of people remember. Probably my favorite movie that he was in, because it's the only one I can think of that he was in. Evolution.
Oh.
Him, Sean William Scott, and that one dude who was the 7-Up guy.
Dude, that is old. Like, I only remember bits and pieces. Well, for me,
I love that movie, even though it's not scientifically accurate at all. But I love that movie just because it's goofy.
Yeah, I mean, but wow.
They had to give a giant alien fucking a Head and Shoulders enema
to
kill it. I mean, it's just goofy, man. Yeah. It's like a sci-fi. Not to say it's on the same tier, but it's like a sci-fi Army of Darkness.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the same vibe. It's cheesy, goofy, not meant to be serious at all.
Yeah, no, hell no. I mean, although I love that they went in thinking that they were serious. I mean, Army of Darkness. Evil Dead, I mean. Not Army of Darkness, they knew what they were doing.
Same franchise, the Evil Dead, Army of Darkness. But, Hail to the King?
Hail to the King, baby. That's probably my favorite line out of all those. It's gotta be Hail to the King.
Hail to the King and Give Me Some Sugar.
Give me some sugar, yeah.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Yeah. And if you guys have no idea what the fuck we're talking about, go and watch those movies. Do yourself a service.
All three of them. And watch the remake, because that's a very good one, too.
And the series.
Oh.
Dude, the series was
should
good.
we talk about Ash vs. Evil Dead? Because I can go for days about Ash vs. Evil Dead.
I'm in love with it. I think the thing I have to give it to it the most is that they hit the hammer, or they hit the nail on the head. They stuck to what it was supposed to be. Especially after years.
After my last relationship so many years ago, and I was heartbroken and crushed and on the verge of suicide, I thought I would never live again. I thought I would never love again till Ash vs. Evil Dead came out. Then I was like, now I have something to love.
Ash vs. Evil Dead saved my life. That's a bumper sticker.
It did. It saved my life.
I believe it.
I mean, that was a joke. But yeah, it did save my life.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it is gold.
It is. I love the fact that we get these 3 movies we love, and we get that for what, an hour, an episode?
Yes. It was like 45 minutes from now.
So, and how many episodes a season?
A lot.
10.
Enough.
So there's gonna be 30 Evil Deads.
Yeah, pretty much.
Think about that. There's 33 Evil Deads now.
It's fucking amazing. I can't wait till the next season. It's gonna be great.
I know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. Bruce Campbell,
dude, one of the best.
You are God amongst men.
Yeah. If I still have another beer, I'll toast my empty beer. Hail to the clean. Hail to the clean. Klingon. Just go to Star Trek.
the fucking Klingon from Next Generation walks in. You rang?
Bruce Campbell was in Star Trek. Little did you know.
He was the Klingon.
He is the Klingon. He is the Klingon.
He is the Klingon. No joke. Oh, fuck me.
Maybe. Maybe you could ask Bruce Campbell. Like, fuck
Bruce Campbell at a Star Trek Next Generation convention dressed as a Klingon.
No one will know.
It has to be. That's the only way. It was always meant to be that way. That's the only way I will accept it.
Fair enough. I was never into. I mean, I enjoyed Star Trek. I watched it every now and then. I was never really into it.
All right, so Original series was alright. You know, you kind of get to harken back to your imagination. It was like, yeah, I was a kid once. It's cool, man. Even though it came out way before I was born, I still watched it when I was a kid because it would come on in the mornings.
Got nothing better to do.
Exactly. And then Next Generation, but Patrick Stewart,
Dude.
classy.
Dude, his Strongbow commercials.
Classy.
Patrick Stewart's
Patrick Stewart is the walking embodiment of class.
Yeah, he's up there with Bruce Campbell.
He's so classy that he doesn't have to do anything funny. If he's just in something funny, it's hysterical.
Yeah.
Just because it's Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart's amazing. I like Patrick Stewart.
Oh, yeah, good man.
And, you know, watching him in, what was it, Logan, where he's like cussing and swearing and shit.
You know, I never saw it.
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But the fact, you know, I never saw a movie where he was just like cussing and swearing. So like when he did, I was like, whoa, Patrick Stewart.
You know, I don't think I've ever heard him cuss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, neither did I. But in Logan, he's like, oh, fucking shit, I'm old, I'm crazy, fuck you, Logan. You know, some crazy shit. I was just like, whoa, Patrick Stewart. He's getting it. Wow, yeah. Fucking crazy.
If Owen Wilson was in that movie, he'd just be like, wow.
What if he was the Wolverine? You just, like, intense shot. Shh. As soon as he extends his claws.
He whips the claws out. Wow.
You know, in the typical Wolverine garb that you see Hugh Jackman wearing, you know, tank top,
yes.
You know, the jeans,
No. It's got to be cartoon garb. The yellow spandex with the blue shoulder pad.
Oh, perfect.
The fucking boots.
Comic book version just
wow.
No, his fucking
yeah, the blades come out. That's the sound effect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Instead of shing, it'd be wow. I tell you what, no one take him serious after that. As soon as they get their ass whooped, they'd be like, wow.
His skeleton was made of wownamantium.
As soon as they finish with the experiment and everything goes good, they just see the X-ray. They're just like, wow.
He wakes up. He opens his eyes. Dramatic. All right, real dramatic. He opens his eyes. Camera's close in on his face, and he's just like, wow.
What if he played every role? That was the only dialogue.
Oh, wow. Oh, so in every Wolverine movie, what if Owen Wilson was every character? Wow. Wow.
Apocalypse is here.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I would pay to see that.
I would too. I think it'd be great.
I would give hard-earned 50 cents for that.
Yeah. No, but I wonder, I mean, Owen Wilson has to know at this point that he's a meme with his wow.
Has to. I hope he does. Or else I'm going to feel like a dick.
Yeah. I wonder if he embraces it at this point. If he
does
does know.
He does.
You know, he just walks around just finger gunning people. Wow. I mean, dude, if I was him, I'd do it.
I would.
I'd embrace it. I'd be the wow guy. Like Sham Wow, but just without the sham.
Yeah.
Just wow.
I really hope he's embracing it because, I mean, hate to drudge up negative things, but nobody seems to remember, but like, probably 10 years ago, his suicide attempt.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, it was on the news.
Wow. Oh wow.
That was good.
That was not fun.
Oh, man.
That was,
we may have Down syndrome.
Something
down.
Wow.
But nah, man, no one seems to remember his suicide attempt. So it's like, look it up, man. I don't even remember when it was, but it was on. I remember watching it on the news, and I was literally like, I hate to say it, but I was literally like, wow. But I mean, I hate to say that, but I never pictured Owen Wilson like that because he was always the happy dude or the hero or whatever.
Well, I mean, but you know, majority. I'd imagine like at least 90 somewhere in the 90%.
Well, yeah, that's when
all just depression and just drugs.
Well, that's when I started realizing when I was a kid. It's like usually like the funniest guys, especially in Hollywood, the guys that try to be funny the hardest.
Oh yeah,
are usually the most depressed. Like look at Robin Williams.
Yeah, wasn't Robert Downey Jr. depressed too? And like, that was maybe like way back then.
Went to prison for cocaine.
Yeah.
I'd be depressed if I was in prison.
Well, yeah, I'll say about more recent, but I know he cleaned up. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is pretty cool. So.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh no.
But yeah, it's like I remember seeing that on the news, man. Just sitting there.
Just Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's like, Owen, come on, man.
Don't do it. You got so much. You got so many wow
You
to
got
live
such
for.
a weird nose. I need to keep seeing it.
I need your
nose.
What if he became a nose model, not an actor?
Oh, I would love that so much.
And everyone knows his nose. So
like, a lot of people would say that sarcastically, or they joke about it, but I mean that. I would love if Owen Wilson was a nose model, modeling nose rings for Hot Topic. That'd be
the best place. Oh yeah, so yeah, here it is. A distraught Owen Wilson was found bloodied and dazed after trying to commit suicide by overdosing on pills and slitting his wrists in the wake of a bitter blow up with a close pal. That's crazy.
How long ago was that?
2007.
Oh, so I wasn't a kid. I was only 17. So yeah, you could say I was a kid.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
I like.
Shit, it was 11 years ago, man.
Dude, time flies, dude.
That's crazy.
Wow. A year doesn't even. A year's not enough, man. A day is enough. 24 hours, especially since if you sleep like a normal person,
is not enough.
What if God was one of us?
But no, you're right, man. Time fucking flies. Time is literally faster than sound. Not really. I was just saying.
It should be. It should be considered.
Very
at this
well
point.
could be.
Yeah. It should be considered faster than light.
No, that doesn't make sense. If you know anything about black holes.
I mean, I know a little bit about light, not too much about black holes.
All right, so this is the mind-boggling thing about black holes, right? And it proves that time is not just. All right, I really hate it when people are like, when you ask them what time it is, and I don't know if people around the country or world have experienced douchebags like this, or if it's just the kind of people I'm lucky enough to run into. But I'll ask somebody, hey, what time is it? And they're like, oh, time's just a human construct. It doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah. Those douchebags.
Well, black holes prove those douchebags wrong.
Well, not only that, but the fact that you have a sundial.
Well, gravity proves those douchebags wrong. So time outside of Earth, away from Earth's gravitational influence, moves faster.
Oh, yeah, of course. I know that much.
A clock will literally, an analog clock or digital, will move faster in space than it will on Earth. All right?
Oh, yeah, they did an experiment.
That means that time's a real thing. Mm-hmm. You go to a black hole, time stops. Satellites have these things called rubidium oscillators.
Jesus, we just turned into like a science
podcast right?
now.
But there's this thing called a rubidium oscillator. It's a crystal, a rubidium crystal. And it pretty much keeps the clocks in the satellites in sync with time on Earth.
Time.
Exactly. And it does that with all satellites and space probes they send out. Keep it in sync with us. And whereas you go to a black hole, let's say I'm outside the black hole and you're falling into it. I'm outside of its fucking thing. You go to what's called, what the fuck is it called? The event horizon, the point of no return, right?
Yeah.
For me, observing you, you're going to keep going. You're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm still falling. Yeah. But for me, observing you, I'm just going to see this forever image of you.
Oh, wow.
Because time has stopped. So there's just an image of you stained. Yep. That's exactly what it'd be. It's just you fucking cartoon, like, just fucking frozen in time. But you would keep going.
Yeah.
Until you go to the singularity, whatever the fuck.
Whatever's at the end of it.
I just read a lot.
Whatever the fuck's at the end of it.
Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but.
Till you get spaghettified.
And so,
so time is a real thing. Yeah. And I just want to say, fuck those douchebags.
Yeah, no, I agree. I completely agree.
I went through that whole thing just to be able to say, fuck you.
Just give a lecture, yeah. And just Neil deGrasse Tyson them. You just Tyson them.
Oh, no, I'm nowhere near as elegant as
no shit, no one's going to be. Except for Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
I mean, but let's, speaking on space, Elon Musk and his Tesla, now
man,
orbiting the Earth.
What a brilliant man.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, he sent that rocket up just for fun, just to see if he launched. No, he's trying to figure out cheap space travel.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheap commercial travel. Like literally what he's trying to do is, like, let's say you live in San Francisco, you can work in New York and have a day job in New York and have a daily commute. Yeah. That's what he's trying to work out.
Well, yeah, we had this conversation at work, and we had two guys trying to tell us that that's going to be no different than just taking a jet. But they clearly don't understand. I mean, I can't explain all the science behind it, but I mean, if you think one going up, like, hitting the whatever sphere it's going to go, how far it's going to go,
leaving the atmosphere,
and then just you're going to cover more distance in a short amount of time.
They're literally going to be moving over 2,000 miles an hour.
Whereas
an airplane's going to be going 5, 6, maybe 700 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, they're idiots.
Yeah, how long is a flight from San Francisco to New York City? Let's just look up the flight time for that. Excuse the typing noises. We're still broke. we don't have a producer
from San
yet.
Fran to
New York City. Let's look that up because I'm very curious now. Because I know it's not going to be 15 minutes like it would be in a spaceship. What's the Google machine telling you? Oh, are you getting a lot of Travelocity sites?
Yeah, getting a lot of. Yeah, like, oh, would you like to buy tickets now? Like, no, I'm just curious of the. So the flight time is 5 hours 43 minutes.
So 5 hours, literally the same flight time from Puerto Rico to Houston.
Wow.
I only know that because I did it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, of course. But I mean, if doing what Elon Musk wants to do, I can only imagine.
That would cut time down from San Francisco to New York City. Literally cross the country flight from coast to coast to 30 minutes.
I'm curious. I really want to know how long it would take.
You got to imagine.
30 minutes is really impressive.
What it's going to take you, like 5-10 minutes to leave the atmosphere?
Yeah.
And then at that point, you're going well over 2,000 miles an hour. And then you re-enter the atmosphere.
Well, I wonder, will everyone be able to handle that kind of force going up and exiting the atmosphere? I guess everyone would kind of have to go through some special training to be able to do that.
You see, that's the part I don't know.
Unless Elon Musk is like secretly like working on humans and try to genetically modify us into like super mutants.
He's
from like
turning us all into human Teslas.
Human Teslas. We're all just gonna AI. We're all just gonna be battery powered people.
That's exactly what it is. Oh man, Elon Musk is the start of the Matrix.
Oh shit, dude, he's the start of everything.
We all become batteries because of him to power his cars.
Yeah.
no one's here to drive him, but we're there to power his car. You pop the hood of a Tesla.
Two people.
There's just Keanu Reeves in a car.
He just goes around picking up people when he needs to reach. Just takes out the people that he currently has charging, throws them on the side of the street, goes, picks up a random person.
It is more eco-friendly than mining for lithium. So
to plug humans into a car?
Well, yeah.
Well,
because
yeah.
Well, to get lithium, you got to get all this mining equipment, which burns diesel and oil, and you got to dig a fucking fuck ton to get all the lithium to make some batteries. Or you can just plug people in.
Yeah, we got plenty of those.
Yeah.
just go pick up, just go to the like prison system, like people who are on death row, I guess, and like give them a different life. Like, hey, you can die right now, or how would you like to be a car battery? Just like
it's a great career.
Yeah, just like, shit, let me think.
It's for a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah, you'd be working directly for Elon Musk.
You want it?
You want it,
man?
Well, shit. When you put it like that, can I still have my last?
No. All right, so you're gonna get these weird plug-in things in your back of your head. Don't worry about it.
No. So like, but they would. Did you hear about the guy who ate a Bible as his last meal? He's on
yeah, dude.
That dude looked terrifying.
It's pretty metal, though, man.
I mean, it's pretty metal.
I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty cool.
I mean, it's cool, terrifying. That dude looked fucking scary. I mean, props to him for doing that, but holy shit, I mean, how badass do you have to be, to just eat a fucking Bible?
I don't even want to say badass, because he could either be really cool and that devoted, or he was like, man, even though I'm about to die, I really have an image to keep up back at home.
It was all publicity.
To eat this Bible.
It was just all publicity.
Yeah.
No, but like, what kind of Bible was it? Was it like a paper bag? Was it a leather bag?
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, was it King James?
Was it?
That makes a difference.
Right? Did he, imagine trying to just swallow down some leather. That sounds terrible.
Oh, man.
Blah.
Had to be paperback.
It's a good thing he doesn't have to worry about taking a shit later.
Well, when he dies.
Yeah, when he dies, he'll shit himself, but he doesn't have to worry about it because he's dead.
How do you know, though?
Oh, well, I don't.
No one knows.
Yeah.
So when you die, do you feel your body shitting? You're like, oh, great, I fucking shit myself.
Yeah, it's like, well, damn, that's a
never thought I'd do this one again.
Yeah, I hate that Bible for publicity, but here I am shitting my pants, and well, fuck, there goes my my A ranking.
Fucking Genesis chapter 1.
And it was good.
It was good. Oh, shit.
I mean.
All right, so to harken back to the Elon Musk commercial space travel thing, I'm just kind of reading an article here from a website called TheVerge.com.
The Verge.
Musk proposed using SpaceX's forthcoming mega rocket, codenamed Big Fucking Rocket, or BFR for short,
That's something you would do.
to lift a massive spaceship into orbit around Earth. The ship would then settle down on floating landing pads near major cities, which is those barges you see with the fucking things.
Mm-hmm.
The video they released illustrates the idea that passengers take a large boat from a dock, say in New York City, to a floating launch pad in the water. There they board the same rocket that Musk wants to use to send humans to Mars by 2024. But instead of heading off to another planet, once they leave the Earth's atmosphere, the ship breaks off towards another city, Shanghai, in this video. Wow. Okay, so they're proposing that you can go from New York City to Shanghai in 39 minutes.
Holy, dude, going from San Francisco to New York is going to be
pointless.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I'd rather go to Shanghai.
Yeah, right.
But what you just said brings me up to something. All the debris that we already have.
Okay,
I guess when it detaches, it comes straight back down and burn up. I guess.
No. The point is with the SpaceX rockets they're using is so in the past. Like you're saying, we had all the debris because governments would they'd shoot the rocket up, it detaches, it either stays up there or falls into the water, in the ocean. But his rocket is designed to be able to come back.
Oh, so the entire thing, so there'd be no debris.
Reusable.
Wow, that is cool. That's smart and
way cheaper. That's a lot of money.
But I didn't know that he wanted to try to start sending people to Mars or send something to Mars in 2024.
Yeah, dude, that's his plan.
That's like I'd imagine maybe like 10 plus years, not like 2024. That's like
he's probably been looking at it for at least 10 years already.
But I didn't know about Elon Musk until like last year. But I mean, I don't really keep up with like shit like that.
Right. Well, like I knew of him because of Tesla cars and shit like that.
I knew of Tesla cars.
Yeah, but he was like, "Yeah, I want to go to Mars," because for a while they were taking volunteers for a one-way trip. I'll go on the second boat. I'm not going on the first one.
I'll go maybe like on the 5th or 10th.
I'll be brave enough to take the second one, but I'm gonna wait for somebody to put the toe in the water first.
Sharks.
Oh, dude,
Space sharks?
Mars sharks?
Oh, dude,
that's way scarier than a space shark. There's so much way to get away from a space shark, but on Mars, you just gotta run.
Versus in space where you can just jet propulsion.
Exactly.
But what if the sharks? There's a lot. I don't know. I'm no expert on space sharks. What do I know?
We need a space shark expert. If anyone
wants to chime in on our space shark,
an expert on space sharks, please let us know.
Or an expert on sharks in general, and they could just like think about it.
Well, sharks are easy, but space sharks, we need somebody that studied them.
What if they take I have a lot of knowledge about normal sharks, but just apply the concept of space to that shark, and they could just be like, oh, well, this is it.
Well, it would die like us.
But it's a space shark, so it's different. But I'm just saying, take what they kind of know, but apply it, but add space to the.
Why are we getting so serious?
I don't know.
But no. So anyway, if somebody knows anything about space sharks, let us know.
Let us know in the comment section. Or hit us up at our Twitter.
Or call the Riffcast hotline at 1-800-RIFF your own cast.
Riff you?
Yeah.
No. Or you can hit us up on our Twitter at ManyardProduct1.
Ooh, yes.
See how I sprinkled that in there? Along with our Instagram, Manyard Productions.
Nice.
Wow. We just need Owen Wilson for our podcast. If we ever get big, we'll just be like Owen Wilson.
He's a full-time member.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, from henceforth, Owen Wilson is an honorary full-time member of Riffcast, and he's welcome on anytime.
Just put it out there. And Guinness, once again, if you're listening, sponsor.
Or Fleshlight.
Fleshlight?
One of the two.
Just do some product reviews right now.
Oh, it was so fucking great. Oh,
I endorse it.
I endorse Fleshlight by Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson.
Just now Enter our contest
It's a
giveaway.
flashlight with a weird nose on.
Oh my god! Just fuck Owen Wilson's nose. Oh my god! There goes my fucking. Jesus!
It has to go wow every time you press.
Wow! Just really beat him. Wow! I don't think he's going to come on our podcast ever now. He'd probably be afraid we're going to try to fuck his nose.
Oh shit!
Be like, wow!
Oh man!
Oh, that's too good.
Oh,
My head hurts for laughing. So
I'd have to. I have to say, I would have to resist the urge to fuck his nose.
you probably like one out of how many other people we got on this earth who probably want to fuck his nose. All right, I guess let us know if you'd want to fuck Owen Wilson.
I'll tell you what, if I was Owen Wilson, it was more
You'd
than
fuck your own
one,
nose?
I'd be scared.
If it was probably just one, he'd probably be scared.
Well, I can understand one. I'm sure there's some, out of the 7 billion people on this planet, there's somebody with a nose fetish.
Who just like fucking nose.
Yeah, or at least like putting their dick on him.
Just slapping it around, just.
Yeah, or like licking a nose or some shit.
Okay, see that I can believe.
There's gotta be somebody with it. If you have a nose fetish,
yeah, let us
know.
know. Like, what do you do with the nose fetish?
Yeah,
You know, like.
I'm very curious.
Yeah.
Hey man, Google it.
All right, yeah.
Google nose fetish. Let's see what pops up, man.
Let's see what we can get on the Google machine. But we still want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, for real, man.
Nose fetish.
Like, I want to hear personal stories about a nose fetish. All right, and it'll be completely anonymous. You can message us, and we will change names and everything. But I want to hear about it and let the masses know that people experience this.
Nasophilia is what it's called.
What?
Yeah.
Do tell.
Okay, so this may include the sexual attraction to a specific form of physical variation of appearance, such as a shape and size, or a specific area, for example, the bridge or nostrils. The fetish may manifest itself in a desire for actual physical contact and interaction, or specific fantasies, such as the desire to penetrate the nostrils, aka Owen Wilson's nose.
Owen Wilson fleshlight.
Owen Wilson fleshlight.
Wow, 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 wow.
Fleshlight. Sponsor us now.
We got ideas.
Other fantasies may include the desire to observe or experience a transformation of a nose with reference to an element of fictional work, such as Pinocchio.
Oh.
Now that I think
Could
about
you imagine Owen Wilson as Pinocchio?
his fucked up nose.
Wow.
Every time he said wow, it just grew.
Wow. He doesn't have to tell.
Wow. What if he just stopped? What if he never stopped saying wow and his nose just like went on forever?
What if his nose touched the sun? He'd be like Icarus, but with a nose. He smelled too close to the sun.
Modern day Icarus. Go at Owen Wilson on his Twitter and just be like modern day Icarus. You smell too close to the sun.
Oh man. Oh man. Speaking of celebrities that were too close to the sun, what about Brendan Fraser, man?
Dude, I haven't even thought about him.
I know.
I don't even know.
I kind of feel bad for him because, like, the Mummy movie, that was his thing. Was the Mummy.
And they stole it from him and gave it to Tom Cruise.
Which is dumb because...
I never watched it.
I didn't watch the remake either because the original Mummy movies, especially the first one, that was all Brendan Fraser. He owned the shit out of that shit.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
They should have never remade that movie. Especially with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise isn't a bad actor.
No, he's not.
But he's not the Mummy.
But he's not.
I mean, Brendan Fraser wasn't the Mummy in the Mummy either, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, he wasn't the franchise.
Yeah, he's not the franchise.
Brendan Fraser was like the face of the Mummy. He was on the posters, you know?
Yeah,
he was sure was the Mummy and all that shit.
He was the dude, though, man.
Yeah, not Tom fucking Cruise.
Brendan Fraser. Not Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is good in Days of Thunder. He was good in Top Gun.
Of course, you know. Hey, man. I enjoyed him in Jack Reacher.
I'll even throw in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I mean...
I like the first one. The other... But...
War of the Worlds was pretty shitty. I kind of enjoyed it, but it was shitty. It was probably because of Dakota Fanning.
Yeah.
Dakota Fanning was a whiny piece of shit.
Kind of like the kid in Babadook.
Oh, yeah.
Why can't you be normal?
He just had like a really bad. I don't fucking know.
But that was a good movie though, man.
Brain malfunction.
Papa Duke was a good movie. But yeah, dude, Brendan Fraser. You remember that movie with Brendan Fraser where he so it's 1950s or 60s Cold War. The family thinks there's a nuclear missile strike, so they run into the fucking bunker, and they send Brendan Fraser out to check and see if it's okay, and it's like the 90s. And he is rediscovering a whole new world, and it is a really good movie.
Do you know what it's called?
I cannot fucking remember for the life of me. Look it up,
Yeah,
man. I'm sure it's on his IMDb.
I was gonna say because I don't know that movie.
Oh man, it was a Blast from the Past.
Blast from the Past?
Yes, it was a very good movie. Who else was in it, man?
What was this
Some
other
blonde chick.
Let me just Google
I
Blast.
thought you were about to say Ally McBeal. What?
Let's see.
Oh man, Blast from the Past. That was a good movie. Another good movie he was in was Bedazzled.
Dude, Bedazzled was pretty good.
That was a dope movie.
I like that one.
That was right after she got famous. What's her name in Austin Powers? Like she was famous before that, but Austin Powers kind of made her just like normal.
It's time to wake up.
Oh yeah, it's time to get ready for work.
It was Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, that's who it was. Alicia Silverstone. But yeah, Bedazzled was a good one. He also did George of the Jungle.
Oh yeah, he did, huh?
Yeah. Wasn't he in Tarzan as well? The live action?
Yeah, I think let's find it. I have the Google machine.
You have the internet. Why do we wonder anything?
I don't
have
know.
The internet.
Dude, I don't know.
We will go our whole lives not knowing things.
I don't even need to type it up. I already remember. He definitely was George of the Jungle. Oh wait, no, it was Tarzan.
Yeah, Tarzan.
No. Was he? I don't think he was.
I don't think he was it?
No.
Maybe we're crossing George of the Jungle.
Yeah, that's exactly, because nothing popped up. It's just George of the Jungle. We were thinking of the new Tarzan where they had that dude from True Blood or whatever the fuck his name is.
Right.
The Viking dude.
What?
He looks Viking. Like, not Viking, but like, whatever the fuck race that
is. Who are you talking?
I don't... Well, let me type in Tarzan. Show you. Once again, I can just look it up. Tarzan.
Oh, man.
I don't know, man.
You don't know who it is?
Well, I'm trying to...
The internet is telling you, man.
Oh, no, it's showing me, like, shit from, like, years ago, like 99 and whatnot. What year did it come out? I don't know.
What, True Blood?
No, not True Blood. Or 2016 it came out. The Legend of Tarzan is what it was called. Not.
And who was in it?
I'm pulling it up. Calm down.
No, sorry, man. Jeez.
Where the fuck does it tell me who it was? Okay,
wait.
Okay, there it is. Cast.
You're saying the dude from Tarzan was in True Blood?
No. The dude from... Well, True Blood came first, so the dude who was in True Blood was in Tarzan.
Okay, my bad.
His name is Alexander Skarsgård. Or some shit like that.
Oh, the guy that played as the clown in that new It movie.
No?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You don't know IMDb. Look it up.
Wow.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Really? He played that same guy?
Same motherfucker, man. Wait, I think so.
No, I don't think that is.
That's it. No, it's not. Same last name, though.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, I don't think that's him.
No, that dude, Alexander, that dude was in a HBO miniseries called Generation Kill, which is very good.
Watch it.
Yeah.
I might have to check it out then.
HBO.
Especially your late night series stuff.
Yeah, Real Sex 29.
Real Sex 29.
Just send me copies of that specific one, and I'll be all right. Not the other 50, just 29.
Just 29.
Take you back to when I was like,
dude,
watching that last night.
I loved going to my grandmother's during the summer because of that reason.
Because of cable? Digital cable?
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, every night, Skinamax, HBO, whatever.
Yeah, dude. I remember before digital cable, or before we got a box at least, my family, we had to watch the Fuzzies.
What the fuck is that?
It was so it would be the digital cable channels, but you didn't have digital cable, so it was fuzzy.
Okay, I thought you meant like the Fuzzies was in a show.
No, it was the Fuzzies.
The furries?
Yeah, dude, it came on Cartoon Network, and it was just these people dressed as cows fucking each other.
Oh, okay.
It was prime time Saturday morning.
Dude, I loved old school
But
kid cartoons.
no, the fuzzies, man, it would be like just white noise static on the TV, but you'd hear a moan and see a tit. You know, but
oh my
you
god,
knew what was going on.
Yeah,
You left a lot to your imagination.
bumping
Porn
fuzzies.
has ruined imagination.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can completely agree.
All right, chime in. If you can whack it without porn, we'll like recognize you.
Good for you, I guess.
Like
I mean,
that is a chore.
Yeah, honestly.
But I remember being a kid, like, you know, when you were that young, you had to use your imagination, right? So when we got our digital cable box, fucking the first, I discovered a whole new world.
Porn.
Yeah. Because my parents went to bed and I was just watching forget some kids movie, right?
Yeah.
Which is why they would play a kids movie right before. I have no idea. They needed to work out their time slots. It was the 90s. It was weird.
It was terrible planning.
Yeah, it was terrible planning. Which reminds me of another story. But so I'm watching this movie after my parents go to bed, and it's over, right? Roll credits. And then HBO, the dude's like, all right, next, real sex, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what is that?
As a kid, you didn't know it was going, like, what is...
Yeah, exactly. I was like 9 or 10, right? And I was like, what is that? And sure enough, there's fucking just chicks getting pounded. And I was like, wow.
Oh, you Owen Wilson did? No,
yeah,
the first
dude.
tit I ever remember seeing in Titanic, man. And you know, as a kid.
Oh, dude, Kate Winslet?
Yeah, I don't know how big her boobs are because I haven't seen, like, anything
I don't
about her.
care. She's just beautiful, man.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Hey, Kate Winslet, if you ever hear this by chance, I love you.
Come on our podcast and we'll draw you like one of the French girls.
It'll be a steak figure, but
it'll be really shitty. I'll make you a macaroni one. What that?
You were good in Hamlet. But no, this fucking porn reminds me of a fucking story. Alright, so had to be 2014. No, it was way earlier than that. 2011, 2012. I'm sick as shit. I'm dog shit sick. I go to the hospital, right? Just this one down the road.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sitting there in the waiting room. And I got a huge ass fever. I'm watching the TV. Or I'm not even paying attention to the TV, but I look up. And there is porn. There's this chick just getting railed on the TV in the waiting room of this hospital. But what made it funny is it's like 3 a.m. It's me there in the waiting room. And there's like just this line of old dudes sitting in front of the TV just watching it. And I was just like, what? Because I've had a fever.
You sure wasn't the fever?
Well, I had a fever. I was so out of it. But
for sure that happened.
For sure, because there was also a family there.
Oh my god.
And the mom was like, we're like little kids, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, nurse, y'all need to change the TV. There's this bitch getting fucked right on the TV. She was like this very flamboyant woman.
Yeah.
Very wore emotions on her sleeve. There's this bitch getting fucked right on TV and my kids are watching, blah, blah, blah. So that's how I knew it happened.
Talk about customer service, man.
I know.
Especially the old dudes. The old dudes probably got like a boner like after a while for so long. They're probably just like, fuck yeah.
I doubt they got a boner, man. They're old.
Doesn't mean you can't get an old boner every now and then.
An old boner. The good old boner.
the good old hospital boner.
Don't you just love going down to the hospital on a Sunday afternoon and getting a boner?
Why else would you go?
Right?
Fuck healthcare.
Good old hospital Sunday boner.
I just want to go for the porn.
Reminds me of sitting outside the soda shop back in the day.
Simpler times with simpler pleasure.
Welcome to a simpler time.
Freaking watch porn in a hospital lobby. Running 100-degree fever.
Get a boner and rub it out with kids behind you and no one would care.
No one will know. Just imagine how... I can only imagine just being there just like she's trying to freak out, shield her kid's eyes.
No, okay, so that's the thing. She wasn't trying to shield her kids or anything. She just stood up and started yelling. And her kids were just like, whoa,
look at her get railed.
I'm talking like 5 or 6-year-old kids, right?
Wow.
It was weird.
Wow.
And I'm just sitting there like, can I just get some medicine and go
Like,
home?
right?
Like,
Watch porn.
I don't want any of this. And there's kids just like, what's going on? And she's standing up like, nurse, change the TV, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, wow.
That's fucking crazy.
It was pretty nice, man.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
I mean, it doesn't happen to a lot of people, I suppose.
I never would have guessed that would actually happen.
I didn't know hospitals had digital cable.
I still can't believe. That's as far as I'm going to go with this. I still can't believe.
No wonder why healthcare is so expensive.
Right? They had to pay
digital
for
cable.
Yeah. That and the porn.
Jeez, man.
It probably wasn't even digital. They probably have like Pornhub Premium or
Is
something.
that why insurance is so fucking expensive? There's like a little fine print at the bottom of your insurance statement. Porn. What?
Yeah, your activation code is this. It comes with
Brazer's code.
It comes with every healthcare insurance. It comes with all insurance. Yeah, you get dental, eye, Pornhub Premium, and some other bullshit.
What was that?
What?
Oh yeah, dental, eye. You get mental, Pornhub Premium, and
just start with it real quick. Pornhub Premium. What if that's actually true?
You know, now I have to look into it.
I have to go find like my insurance card.
We'll come up with that answer on the next episode.
Porn. Definitely included with insurance.
Covered by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Porn.
Porn brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, man.
That is too good. Oh man.
Oh man, but it was a very dramatic experience, man.
Well, I mean, imagine the mom just
But that's-
flipping shit.
That's the crazy part about all this. Life is filled with all kinds of drama, all the way from the smallest thing, going to the gas station, to work, to Brendan Fraser and Owen Wilson, to porn in a hospital.
Yeah, dude, no, that is fucking.
Yeah, drama is just kind of all encapsulating.
Yeah, back to the drama. Just
And
you never escape.
No, you never do.
Like you said, down to the smallest things.
Exactly. And here we are bringing it full circle. That is episode number 1 of Riffcast. We built the ship. This was inaugural. It's a maiden voyage. We hope you enjoyed it.
Join us next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button. Share it with your friends if you thought it was great. And tune in next time.
Peace out.
Riffcast.